Well, tonight we are hearing from the man who stopped a gunman at a church in Wayne.
Yes, the terrifying incident playing out Sunday morning. Fox News' Jessica Dupnack spoke to the man who effectively really ended this threat, and she's joining us live. But, you know, he put his own life in danger to do this, Jessica.
He sure did. He told me at one point there were literally bullets whizzing past him inside the church. Now, about 10 years ago, the people here at Crosspoint Community Church in Wayne, they decided to develop a security team. Now, some of them are armed, including Jay Trombley, the man who stopped that threat. They're highly trained, too, from local law enforcement to people around the country, so they were prepared for this kind of thing. Now, Jay, very humble guy. He doesn't want credit. He says this was definitely a team effort to save hundreds of lives. You're not going to let me call you a hero, are you?
No, we did what we were called to do.
A story of good and evil played out on the lawn of Crosspoint Community Church in Wayne. Inside, more children than usual, about 80 last Sunday, running with their parents for their lives, seen on the church's live stream. Was there a point in time where you're like, this might be it for me?
Yeah, there was, when I looked down the barrel, there was a quick thought that, yeah.
Jay Trombley says bullets were whizzing by him.
We had lots of tables set up. We were having snacks and stuff in the tablecloths. You could see the bullet holes through the tablecloths.
The gunman, dressed in tactical gear, armed with what sounded like a modified automatic rifle, was run down on purpose by a churchgoer late for the service that morning.
The fact that the man who hit him with the pickup was late to church, decided to make his own breakfast instead of buying breakfast on the way to church.
We're told the gunman, Brian Browning, was hurt, but still firing, hitting a security team member in the leg, taking aim at another, hiding behind an AC unit. That's when Trombley took his shot, ending the madness.
There's been a few moments when I've actually had to think of him as a person, when they talk about his mom and his dad, and know that he was their son, and I have a son, and I have kids.
Investigators say Browning was having a mental health episode. His social media spells out his radicalized views on religion, echoed by his conversations with the church's pastor, in which he likened himself to a prophet. Browning even took social media shots directly at Crosspoint Community Church weeks before actually opening fire.
This could have been extremely bad. We think that maybe he thought we were having an outdoor service and he was coming to the front yard.
Trombley said God's hands were on them that day.
We go on. We cannot let the devil stop us from spreading our word.
You heard Jay in the story there mention having an outdoor service. Well, the week before Father's Day, that's exactly what they did. Dozens of people right on the front lawn, and that would have been in the shooter's path. Reporting live in Wayne, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Wow, that's such a close call. And what about that shooter, or the suspected shooter in this case, though? What do we know about him? You said radicalized, also a mental health episode. What do we know there?
Yeah, police definitely pointing in the direction of mental health, but it doesn't take much of a social media search to see that it definitely looks like he was radicalized. Almost all of his posts were very violent, sort of radicalized, and it was clear that it started to escalate in the weeks leading up to this shooting. As I said in the story, even posting about the church, taking shots at them. So there was definitely some premeditation here.
Wow. Well, luckily, everyone ended up okay, but it could have been a lot worse. And Jessica, thank you for the update there.